Another one, 7. Oh, it's giving me 7 just because Moctezuma is super useless. What's good, my beautiful governors? Welcome to a new Rise of Kingdoms video. As you can see on your screen, level 7 pass is going to open pretty soon. And today we are going to prepare our account for this level 7 pass because this area, this zone, is going to be our first official field fighting. Because until now in this KvK, the only thing, the only place, the only moment that I was able to fight was altar fight. And that was because it didn't require a lot of troops. You can only fight with one march anyways. Even though right now I'm using only 1 infantry march and 2 cavalry marches, I'm still playing with the Vikings. The reason is I could have switched to Germany, but I would never switch to like Byzantium or Arabia. This is for rally leaders, etc. Germany is the best civilization for pretty much for all troop types if you're a low spender free to play, but especially for cavalry, of course. But these bonuses, cav attack is good, troop training speed, or action point recovery, it's not going to benefit me at all during field fighting. Of course, having Teutonic Knights special units are really good, but since I also have an infantry march, I wanted to have this universal bonus, right? Counterattack damage 3%. And I didn't switch to Vikings, right? This was already my civilization, and I decided to not switch to Germany yet. When I have my Takeda, yes, I will switch to Germany, but right now, Vikings is a great civilization. I love having Vikings. And by the way, since we are talking about Vikings, it is great to have them in Rise of Kingdoms, but that may not be enough for everyone. And that's why today I brought you guys an amazing Nordic mythology themed RPG city building strategy war game, Vikingard. In Vikingard, we can build our own Viking tribe, recruit various heroes while exploring the 9 realms of Nordic mythology. And the good thing is, we don't have to do it alone. We can form massive alliances with other players, participate in weekly alliance clashes, and face legendary monsters such as dragons, krakens, fenrirs, and more. I know all these, events, monsters, and everything could sound overwhelming, but don't worry, Vikingard is specifically designed to be a very strategic but also a casual game for people who are just too tired of playing all those hardcore games all the time. And it's the perfect time to download Vikingard because there will be a series of events back to back to give you a head start in your journey. The first one is going to be Halloween event on October 20th, and it will be followed by Thanksgiving and Christmas. If you don't want to miss out, go ahead and download Vikingard from the link in the description or pinned comment. Let me go ahead and show you my troops. There it is. We have accumulated, we have trained enough troops to have 1 infantry march with 50% army expansion and 2 cavalry marches again with 50% expansion. It is said that I don't have the archers, but I just couldn't also, on top of all these infantry and cavalry, I wasn't able to also train archers. So what I'm going to do is, in KvKs you have to kill some troops anyways, and I decided that since we are launching rallies with archers, we are defending forts and flags with archers, I just decided to not train that many archers. I just let it run, right? I never speed up any archer training. So I decided to kill all my archers in this KvK. It is just 250k, so it's not much. But since we got zeroed, of course, we cannot kill all our troops, even though we are going to get the 50% back at the end of the KvK. Now, the only downside is, let me show you real quick, is that I don't have enough troops for a 3rd cavalry march because I actually really want to use my Attila Takeda on the field. I know Attila Takeda is outdated, they are not that great anymore. However, my purpose, my goal for Attila Takeda was actually a lot different. It wasn't the damage, it wasn't the kills, nothing like that. The whole reason that I want to use my Attila Takeda on the field is to support my other marches. And the way I wanted to do that is I already have a dagger, and soon I'm going to craft a Mora's Web. So this march is going to be pure debuff. We are going to debuff HP and we are going to debuff defenses with Attila Takeda. And the reason why I chose Attila Takeda is, of course, they both are expertise. That is one thing, that is a major thing. But the second thing is, this is probably the tankiest, I don't know, Saladin. If you pair Saladin with Takeda, yeah, that will probably be tankier. But yeah, Attila Takeda is still a super tanky cavalry march. And also, people tend to not hit Attila Takeda because the counterattack damage is crazy. What you want to do is those accessories needs to be on the commanders that will stay on the field as long as possible. You don't want to put them on like Boudica, Nevsky, Ho Chu Bing, Guan Yu. No, you don't want to do that because they get targeted pretty fast. What you want to do is, there is a reason why high spenders do invest on Trajan, because he's so tanky and he also don't get targeted a lot. And they put those debuff or buff items, accessories I should say, on Trajan. But since we don't have that luxury and we already have an Attila Takeda, and on top of that we are trying to transition our account to cavalry, that will be a pretty good match for me to use Mora's Web and Concealed Dagger. I could have just thrown some, epics, blues or whatever. I don't really care about the other things, the regular equipment. I really want to have my Attila Takeda on the field with a dagger and Mora's Web, but not even Kingsland, I don't think so. So that is a project for the next KvK. 3 cavalry, 1 infantry, 1 archer, Boudica YSG. I think that's going to be pretty solid. Now, I think we don't have to go through the equipment, because what I'm doing is I'm saving to craft a Mora's Web. Let me show you real quick. There we go. I already have more than enough iron ores. Not many ebonies. It's going to take quite a while, and almost enough leather. So ebony is our main goal right now, and that's pretty much the only thing that I'm going to do in the following weeks. Yes, I would love to craft, set piece for the chest, and I'll probably not touch these at all. And then what I'm going to do is I will craft the KvK helm and an Avars control, so that I can move these 2 pieces to my big boys Attila and Takeda. And this is the march that you really want to have 4 pieces from the set, so that you can get that sweet counterattack damage bonus. 4 pieces, 3%, and they really benefit from that extra 3%. So yeah, that is our plan for equipment. Besides equipment, let's try to find some good armaments, because yeah, I do have some chests, starting with random ones. Let's go one by ones. Okay, doesn't have an inscription, but still decent cap stats. I think I can certainly use it. Next one. Wait, that is really good too for my Attila Takeda. I think this is arch formation, no? Yeah, it is for arch formation. Replace it immediately. Not bad, not bad. Going back to armaments, one more random. What is that? Iron Wall. I don't think that is very useful for the field fighting. Okay, we have 15 epic formation choice chests. Come on. Veg. What are these? Militant. Extra normal attack damage. Brisk. Oh, that is more like bricked. Nah, none of them are actually that good. These epics was a failure. Let's try these. Hardy. Health. Rip again. Now, 10 legendaries. This is very critical. Come on. Give me something good with inscription. Double inscription. Come on. Oh, no inscription at all. Looking for cav stats at least. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. 6. No, let's do 3 and 3. Veg again. Elite. 1% extra damage. Like, that is straight up damage. That is good, but stats are so bad. Vengeful. For every 10% units, it's lost. It's not that great though. But elite is really good. 1% extra damage. I will take it, but I don't think, like, it doesn't have any cav stats at all. If this one had like 2 cav stats, I will probably just transmute for the last stat, but I don't think it's worth it for now. Last 3, no inscriptions again. Okay, amulet of protection. No, thank you. Do I have anything regarding armaments? No. Okay, now sculptures, commanders, whatever. Right now we have this, mini recharge. I already recharge 1000 each day. Like, that is basically the game telling you, okay, if you're a low spender, just go ahead and buy the daily. This gives you exactly like almost like 1.2k gems. So you're immediately completing these 2. And the reason why I'm doing it is there is nothing that will benefit me a lot, right? Because my William is already at 5551. Yeah, maybe if you want him to be expertise, you can select him. But no commanders in here other than, yeah, as I said, the William doesn't benefit me a lot. The reason why I did it, the reason why I decided to go for that little recharge is just to get value from something else. It gives you decent return when you buy the dailies. And I really did want to buy dailies. Not because I am interested on any commander from the dailies, but I have not recruited Moctezuma yet. And I also have not recruited Chandragupta. And if we look at number of sculptures that we have, for both Moctezuma and Chandragupta, I already had 8 sculptures. So pretty much, unless we are extremely unlucky and we only get 1 sculpture from those chests, what I'm going to do is, with those daily chests, I will get some sculptures and I will probably be able to recruit them. And once I recruit them, I will trigger Writer of History bundle, which is a $5 bundle that gives you 10 sculptures. I think it is really, really good. And what we're going to do with those sculptures is that I'm going to expertise my Joan of Arc. I mean, that's my next project, because when you think about it, yeah, you can make for the next cavalry, she's already at 5115, like perfect low investment. However, even if we get a really good cavalry, I'm not going to ban Joan of Arc anytime soon. There is no way, right? So I said, why not just go ahead and expertise her, increase her stats and get this sweet, sweet unyielding martyr. Now let's do the first step. Let's open these chests for both Moctezuma and Chandra. Let's go. Don't give me 1. Okay, 5. So now we're able to summon Chandragupta and another one, 7. Oh, it's giving me 7 just because Moctezuma is super useless. Now I have 3 commanders that I can summon, which will give me 30 legendary commander sculptures. Of course, I don't have many because I recently just finished my 5551 billion project, as you guys know from the previous videos. And I will have 145 legendary commander sculptures once I trigger those Writer of History bundles. And of course, it is not that much, but still, we are going to increase her stats. We are going to make our Joan of Arc a little bit stronger. And technology wise, we hit that freaking swift marching 7 brick wall. Now if we look at our technology, what we are trying to do is basically trying to reach that improved morale, because it's just damaging, straight up damage increase. It's amazing. Now it requires marching orders to level 5.
And it's at level 4, and this one requires call to arms level 10. And guess what? Skillful operation requires marching orders, and it requires swift marching, and boom.
Swift marching level 7 requires us to get all these 4 technologies to max, to level 10. Just to get one of them from level 8 to 9, it requires 540k crystals. That is insane when you start the KvK with literally 0 crystals. If you wonder why, I've explained it in another video. I will have the link in the description. But yeah, it is what it is. Probably we won't be able to get all these to level 10. What I'm going to do is off screen, I'm going to use all my Kahar bomb missiles, but it's only 13 and each time you get 45. So yeah, we will only get around 500 and between 550 extra crystals, and that pretty much means nothing. So it's going to be challenging. And speaking of crystals, here's a side tip for you. Once you're in Heroic Anthem KvK, of course, your first goal is getting all these to level 6 so that you can unlock support skills. Not only that these support skills are extremely useful, there are also some individual or I think coalition thresholds that requires you to unlock all these support skills. So once you get all of them to level 6, what you want to do is, because I see some people just going for, let's say his Attila is level 6, and his Guan is level 9, Frederick is again level 6. That is the last thing that you want to do. You want to level them up equally. The reason is, every time you upgrade these bastions, it will give you extra crystal mine work speed. And if we compare these crystal mine work speeds, by the way, there are some commanders that gives you more than the others. There are like higher tier commanders. For example, Saladin gives us 11.5 at level 6. Remember, 11.5 at level 6. But if we look at KvK, for example, he gives us 10% at level 6. Because Saladin is a higher tier commander, quote unquote, from KvK, so it gives more crystal mine work speed. And on top of that, if we compare, let's say, KvK to this one, as you can see from 10%, Frederick is also a low tier, so it's the same tier with KvK. So when I upgraded Frederick from level 6 to 7, it gives us 12%. So there's a 2% increase. So what you want to do is get all your legendaries. That's a mistake that I did. Get all your legendaries to level 7 first, because if you now compare a low tier level 7 legendary, 12%, to an epic, it is 9%. So legendary commander bastions gives you significantly more crystal mine work speed. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll see you guys on the battlefield and I will come back with some insane reports from Ho Chu Bing. I hope. I mean, that's why we invested all those sculptures to Ho Chu Bing expertise and 5551 William. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.